Now this is a story all about how I made myself look like a clown in front of this girl that I like so much, but it's a shame cause my breath really smelled like butt. Hey! I don't know why that's even a thing right now. Why is that about to be the beginning of my video? I don't know. Whoo, fuck. This would seem so much better if it had bleach in it. Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Oreo, and I'm back with another video. So today we're gonna be doing a little story time video. Why, you may ask? Well, because it's simple. I ran out of ideas for videos to make, so I said, fuck it, let's just make a story time video. But on the real, I thought about doing like another story time video. I've done one before, but it was more like a skit form type of thing. It was like around the time Pokemon Go came out, so I don't know if you guys missed that video, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll put a link in the description box down below. So y'all can check that out if you want to. Y'all can pause this video and go check that out real quick, or y'all can wait till the video is done and then go check it out. I say pause this and go check it out, so that way you don't forget. But you know, my personal, you know, whatever you want to do. It's just my personal preference. You don't gotta follow my directions. I'm a nobody, so fuck it. This is just gonna be my way of like basically like sharing more information about me with you guys, letting you guys like into my past a little bit. Telling you guys some stories about some things that happened to me, you know, that was funny moments, some cringeworthy moments, embarrassing, heartfelt moments, you know, other stuff like that. I just want you guys to know a lot more about me, so that way, like, when it comes down to, like, you guys watching my videos and stuff like that, and you guys have questions, and you guys don't understand why I do the things that I do, basically with these story times, it kind of puts a damper on those questions, and it's just like, oh wait, I remember he told a story about this the one time, and that's why he does this. Like, for example, why in my outro do I always say laters at the end? Well, because me and my best friend Joey, that's pretty much how we said goodbye. When it came to like me leaving his house or him leaving my house, we're like talking on the phone and we're like getting off. Every time we're just like, all right, man, laters. So that's pretty much how we've always said goodbye since we met. I met him, fuck, how long ago? That was like over a decade. I've known this man for like over a decade, like 12, maybe 13 years, I believe. But that's how we always said goodbye. So that's why I always say it in my videos. I'm just so used to saying goodbye like that. So this is going to be the story about my first crush. And before you guys even say it and ask, the girl that's in my thumbnail, yes, that legitly is her. That is not a random female I decided to have her thumbnail. That is legitly her. That is my crush that I've had for years. And I sort of kind of like low-key still kind of have that crush on her, but I know there's really nothing I can really do about that. Those pictures are definitely her, but those are like old pictures. Those are like old pictures from when she's like 8th grade year. Those are pictures of her as how I remembered her, like when I first saw her. She looks like this now, and she's still just as beautiful, well, if not even more. And I'm just like, you know, I sit there and I look at her pictures and I'm just like,
2,000 years later.
I'm sorry, what was it? I'm sorry, wait, what was I talking about? I forgot. Anyway, she's an amazing friend. I'm still friends with her today. I still talk to her. She's cool as hell. Just for privacy reasons, I won't like say I won't say her actual name. So we're just gonna call her Sophie. Why not? I'm gonna call her Sophie. Now this happened back in when I was in 7th grade. She was in her 8th grade year. She was a year above me, just like my friend Joe, but she was a year above me. So this was my first year of middle school. this is where I'm getting used to the fact that there's more than 23 newly pronounced seventh graders, because middle and elementary school, I've been around the same 20 something kids for like what, like 6 years almost. I've been around the same kids every year for 6 years, and then I come to seventh grade, and there's a whole bunch more, and I'm just sitting here like, where the hell did you guys come from? It was kind of stupid because I didn't know there was more than one elementary school that people were coming from. Like my school that I went to was this school. I went to Cowan Elementary. It was, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, it was a good school. I'm not gonna say it was like the best, but it wasn't the worst. I actually liked it. I enjoyed my time there. I've had some pretty decent teachers that I still keep in contact with to this day. They're pretty awesome. But I didn't know there was other schools than just Cowan. I found out there was a freaking Park Lane, there was a East Lansdowne, there was a freaking Walnut Elementary. I was just like, what? I was just like, where the hell is all these other schools at? So I'm still getting used to the new seventh grade feels, because it's new. It's new for me because there is no recess. There's no recess there. We don't have like they don't give out snacks during class or anything like that. Like this, it's just straight up. You're there to learn. You're doing this. The teachers are hard on you, and that's about it. There's no recess. I said that already. I was kind of disappointed, but then again, I was just like, alright, whatever. I'm getting older. I'm growing up. We don't really need recess, and the hallways are more crowded because there's a bunch of new faces. Hallways are dumb crowded. Don't even get me started about the lockers. Oh my god, the lockers. Like the 8th graders, like I was so mad about this because the 8th graders had lockers that were like tall enough to where you can fit like an entire body in there if you ever need to. Whereas though they gave us these little cubicle lockers that was no bigger than your standard PS4. I swear to God, it was no bigger than that, and it was just like the only thing that could fit in there was my book bag and maybe my books, if they were in my book bag. Now I know you guys are like sitting here like,
what does this got to do with your crush?
Hold up. I am getting to it. Calm down. I'm getting to it. I was upset about my locker, but like I wasn't complaining too much because my locker was literally less than 20 feet away from who I thought, in my personal opinion, in my personal mind, and I still think about that. I still think this way. The most beautiful girl in all of Pinway. My locker was 20 feet away, like diagonal wise, from this girl, who suddenly like just like took all my attention away from everything else. Like I was so focused on like, just trying to like fit in, trying to make new friends and stuff. But then this one girl came along. I looked at her one time and was just like, I was stuck. Like my face was just like, my mouth dropped. Like it was just like down below. Like it was. Like, you know where hell is? Like, you know where the pits of hell is? My jaw was below that. Now, one thing you guys should know about me, I was not like, a smooth operator back then in middle school. I was not, very talkative when it came to like girls that I liked. In fact, around that time before then, like in elementary school, I wasn't really focused on like girls. I was more focused on like skateboarding, BMXing, parkour, video games, other stuff that little kids like to do. Although I had my share of female friends, because I do have a lot of female friends. I had a lot of female friends back then. I still do have a lot of female friends now, but I would never see any of my female friends in that way. I always saw them as like, friends to like hang out and chill with and stuff like that. But this one girl changed my entire aspect, and I was like, holy crap, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? And it's just like, holy crap, I think this is somebody I might actually like, because I'm feeling like butterflies every time I look at her. So I tried to be brave, and I tried to go up to talk to her. I walked up to her locker. Now this is the mistake I made. I walked up to the wrong end. I walked up on the wrong end. Her locker opens up to the left. So I was standing on the left side of the locker, on the left side of the door, where she could not see me at all. And I was about to say something. Although it took me like 3 minutes to get a word out because I was standing there for about 3 minutes and I was like, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? So then I finally came up to it. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna say hi. So I was about to, but then she closed her locker and walked the other direction, and I was just like, okay, bye. Now, I've had many opportunities to try this again, but, you know, me being shy wasn't gonna happen. So I thought I'd try again the next day. So the next day came, and, you know, same scenario. I was at my locker, you know, putting my life-size book bag away in my life-size locker. And I looked behind me, this girl, Sophie. Right? We said we was gonna call her Sophie. That's her name, right? Yeah, we did. This girl, Sophie, was at her locker again, getting her books, getting ready to go to class. I tried it again. This time I made progress and I actually got a word out. And this time I walked around to the other end and I said hi. And she was like, hey. And after that, nothing else came out of my mouth. Like that was all I could think of, because like I had this plan. I was thinking about it and I was just like, all right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna say hi. And then after that, nothing else. Because I didn't plan anything else after that because I didn't think I would get that far. So I'm like, okay, now what do I do? She said hi back. What do I do? Do I tell her my name? Do I ask her what her name is? So then, after that, her friend came, scooped her up from her locker, and pulled her away. And like I was happy, but I was upset at the same time. Like I was happy because I felt like I was about to piss myself. Literally, like right there, I felt like it was about to go down. My pants was about to be soiled. Everything was about to go down. So I'm happy as hell that she pulled her away before that happened. But then at the same time, I'm also like, really? Hi. That was all you can get out. Hi. Now, I tried the direct approach and that didn't really work. So I thought, why don't I try the indirect approach, where I come into her classroom. And now back then, I can actually admit this myself, I was kind of like an attention seeker almost, because although I made it seem easy to like, you know, to make friends and stuff because I have such a kind spirit, I guess, as you know, as far as I was told, I have a kind spirit and it's very easy for me to like befriend people. Back then in middle school, like at first it was like a little bit difficult because, you know, nobody knew each other. So it's kind of like people didn't want to talk to people that they didn't know. They want to stay like within their group and talk to people that they came up to the school with, that they grew up with and stuff like that. So I would do some things to like, you know, get attention, which was running up and down, which was like either comes to running up and down the halls, going into other people's classrooms, messing with the teachers, writing weird stuff on the board, and messing with the friends that I did have in those classes. And I pretty much do everything that I do to get attention and try to see if I can gain her attention somehow. And it didn't really work out too well because she was always like into her own little world, you know, always into like either doing her own work or she's like talking to her little group of friends or whatever, either that or just on her phone. And I was just like, whoa, this is not working as well as I thought. And I would do that almost nearly every day. Mostly because that's kind of what I do anyway. And then it came down to like lunch, and it was just like, sometimes we'll have like the same lunch period and then sometimes we won't. So the times that we do, or the times that we don't, I'll like skip whatever class I have and go straight to her lunch period. I tried to find a table that she was sitting at, and I was trying to sit at the table. Now trying to sit next to her was going to be like a really ballsy move, and I was not at that level yet. So as long as I can at least sit at the same table as her, I think I would have been okay. So there was times where I managed to have gotten at least 4 to 5 seats away from her, and there was most moments where I had gotten to the other end of the table. Like she'll sit at one end of the table, and I will sit at the other end, 25 feet away. And I'll try to get into the, like, whatever conversation she's having with her friends, whatever they're doing. And, you know, it's kind of hard to do that when you're 25 feet away. So I just sit there and just eat lunch. And I just admire her from a distance and just like, oh. But I try not to make it, like, seem like I try not to make it seem like, you know, I'm like just straight up just looking at her. I'm just like eating lunch and just glancing up every now and then. So I'm just like, I'm doing this on the low. And there was other things I tried doing just to get this girl's attention. But, you know, this video will be way too long if I try to explain everything. Like, you guys will be sitting here for about like 30 to 45 minutes, and nobody wants to sit here for 30 to 45 minutes on one video. So, I will tell you this stuff though. I will tell you this. I have managed to have gotten her attention. Like, I've gotten her to the point where she knows of my existence. Like, she knows that there is some kid named Tyree Harris who exists in the school. Now, getting her to like me in the same way that I liked her, that was the most difficult part ever. And that plan I have lasted for years, because I had a crush on this girl for like years, man. That's all I'm gonna say on it. So, this story time is officially over, and now for some advice that's related to the story. It's perfectly normal to have crushes. I think everybody and their mom must know that. You can start having crushes as early as freaking 12 if you really wanted to. As early as 6 even, because I know people that like were dating at like 6 and still together to this day. I'm just like, wow, you guys really done it. It's okay to have crushes, just don't be weird and creepy about it. Basically, don't follow my lead of example. Don't do what I did, because what I did, now if you do that shit now, that will get you slapped and possibly killed. When it comes to females and dating, you want to try to be their friend first. So if you're in school, you know, go up, introduce yourself, say hi, be nice, let her know some things about you, ask her questions about herself, show some interest. If you guys pass each other in the hallways, if you're not in the same class and you guys pass each other in the hallways, you know, say hi. If you got time to stop and chat for a couple seconds, do that. If you guys like to study, try to start like a little study session together. Ask to hang out at the school. You know, you guys can possibly hang out at the movies, or go to the park, or get something to eat, yada yada, yada yada, go play frisbee at the park. I've done at the park already. But take things nice and slow. Don't just come like 12 clicks out the gate and just go, hi, my name is so-and-so. I think I'm in love with you. Because that's just weird and creepy, and that would drive a girl out the freaking window. Also, don't buy a girl flowers and candies like your second date of knowing her, because that's just weird. I mean, we're on our second day of knowing each other. You already bought me candy and flowers. You don't even know what my last name is to even put it on a card. What are you doing? But that is all I have for this story time. And I know this question is gonna come up. Does she know that you like her? Did you ever tell her? Well, it wasn't much. It was more so she kind of figured it out. And she figured it out like this. We were friends on Facebook. She made like a status, you know those old, I don't know if people even still do this anymore, but people used to do this whole thing where it's just like my status, or to be honest, and stuff like that. So I liked her status, and then she gave me this. I actually still have that screenshot. So this is what I got. And I was just like, oh fuck. At the time, she had a boyfriend, so like my spirits was crushed a little bit, but I was just like, you know, it's whatever. I kind of expected it. I mean, look at her. She's pretty as hell. How can she not have a boyfriend? Like, come on. Any dude would be lucky to date her. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, like, comment, favorite, share, and hit subscribe if you're new. And let me know in the comments down below, like, your stories of your first crush. What did you do? Did you do what I did? Did you guys handle it a different way? Let me know. I want to hear your stories. And also let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do more of these story time events. And yeah, that's about it. I would just love your feedback. And until my next video, I will catch you guys on the flip side. See, this is what I was talking about with the laters thing and how that came about. So now you don't have to ask questions about why do you say laters at the end of your video. Me and my friend always said it, so that's how we said goodbye. So that's how I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys. I treat you guys like you guys are my best friends. So that's how I'm gonna say goodbye to you. Alright? Laters!